This podcast is brought to you by Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania. Save $400 on every window and $800 on every entry and patio door from now until August 31st. You'll even get a free upgrade to Renewal Smart Sun Glass to keep your home even more comfortable in the heat. Visit rbacentralpa.com/deals or call 717-727-7558 to get on this deal now. Pittsburgh is reportedly on track to seeing 600 mail carrier robberies by the end of the year. Meanwhile, schools are hiring inexperienced teachers as the shortage in educators continues. Stores are adjusting to that federal light bulb ban, plus a UFO update. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and you're listening to Today in PA. According to the Postal Police Officers Union, Pittsburgh saw a total of 39 mail carriers get robbed back in 2019, reports CBS Local Pittsburgh. Currently, the city is on track to see 600 such robberies by the end of this year. This is a nationwide trend this podcast has reported on before, with thefts such as those involving blue collection boxes also on the rise. Last year, there was 28,500 total across the U.S. The first half of this year alone saw 25,000. The United States Postal Inspection Service never got back to CBS Local Pittsburgh when they reached out to them for comment. Pennsylvania's teacher shortage continues to get worse, reports the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. And a new report has found that schools all over the state are hiring underqualified educators as this problem persists. Coming from Penn State's College of Education, the report took a look at data from the State Department of Education regarding the 2020-21 school year. What researchers found was that 19% of Pennsylvania's high schools hired people to teach a subject or grade they weren't completely certified for, and that another 6% of high school teachers had a maximum of 3 years' experience. Another 3% were on emergency permits, meaning they received their permits to fill open teaching positions but didn't hold teaching certification. Furthermore, the report found how only roughly 4,200 in-state teaching certifications were issued during that school year, a stark drop from the 15,000 plus issued over a decade before. Says Associate Professor at Penn State and contributor to the report, Ed Fuller, quote, "If you're underqualified, students tend to do worse on achievement tests, and they tend not to learn the content at the same level as they would if they had a better qualified teacher." A federal ban on incandescent light bulbs patented over 100 years ago by Thomas Edison went into effect last week, states the Tribune Review. And now stores that still have a bunch of them stocked are at a loss as to what to do with them. Jim Zink, who owns Hummel Brothers Lighting Store in Jeanette, for example, says he's not even allowed to sell his remaining stock and assumes he'll just have to destroy it. A lot of customers expressed surprise over the new rule, which some didn't even know about before it went into effect. Other store owners claim that the switch from the incandescent light bulbs to LED is the smarter move, as the latter are more energy efficient and will save people money in the long run. Nevertheless, the fate of the incandescent light bulbs that remain is opaque. Discussions about UFOs have hit a new fever pitch after that congressional hearing took place a few weeks ago, starts PennLive. And on a state level, according to the National UFO Reporting Center, Pennsylvania has had a total of 43 UFO sightings so far for this year. The latest one was spotted in Center County last month and was described by the report as a triangle-shaped craft that hung low overhead and made no noise. 722 new reports were filed nationally between May and July, one which included a, quote, "short creature with big, black, shiny eyes." That wraps up today's episode. For even more Pennsylvania news and otherwise, check out PennLive.com. And please remember to rate this podcast and to share it around with your family and friends. Thanks ahead of time, and of course, thanks for listening. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and I'll see you for Friday's episode of Today in PA. This podcast is brought to you by Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania. Save $400 on every window and $800 on every entry and patio door from now until August 31st. You'll even get a free upgrade to Renewal Smart Sun Glass to keep your home even more comfortable in the heat. Visit rbacentralpa.com/deals or call 717-727-7558 to get on this deal now.